Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Mondays with Meg for Galentine's and Valentine's Week. I have my very dear friend, Tyra Dizon-Clark from Virago Candle Studio on with me this morning, and we are going to have a very real life conversation on how to stop struggling with self-love and actually find confidence in it. So we do thank you for joining us this morning. As always with Mondays with Meg, if you are on with us live, feel free to put a comment in the chat at any time. We would love to have this conversation right along with you. If you're watching it later, guess what? You can still put comments wherever you find it, and we would love to continue the conversation. So to get us started with our conversation, first off, Tyra, can you, number one, thank you for joining us this morning for Mondays with Meg, Tyra, and I'm so happy that you're here with me. I would just love it if you could tell us a little bit real quick before we get into self-love. Why and how did you decide to start Virago Candle Studio? We would love to hear about that a little bit while we're waiting for some more friends to jump on.
So I have always loved candles, have been obsessed. So for any holiday, I would get candles as gifts. I even had the people that came to my bachelorette party bring me candles. I was like, I don't want anything else, just bring me candles. So I've always loved candles. I would always spend way too much money at Bath and Body Works, Target, just kind of going crazy in the candles.
Yeah.
And then when my wife and I moved to Dallas, Texas, she was like, well, come on, you need a hobby. Why don't you try making candles instead of buying them? It'll save us money. It'll give you something to do, because we didn't know anybody. We didn't have any friends, and I was really sick. So then she bought me a candle making kit. And then literally from the first time that I made my little first candle, I fell in love with the entire process.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm very thankful you did. I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there who are also thankful, because I'm borderline obsessed with your candles, my friend, which I know you know. But so I love that. And I love the fact that you also started this business in the middle of a pandemic and survived and are doing great, even moving into 2021. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that, Tyra. And I love hearing how this has possibly even almost become like a self-love kind of thing for you. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely has. I have struggled with depression and anxiety for a really long time, but it's gotten really bad ever since the pandemic hit. So usually candles would be my little form of self-care and self-love beforehand, but now actually making the candles and doing all of that is really, it helps soothe my anxiety.
Sure.
Helps me a lot. So
fantastic. I love it. Well, so before you started actually focusing on self-love and making it a priority for yourself, tell me a little bit more. I know you just mentioned a couple things, but tell me a little bit more about how you were struggling in this area.
I've always struggled with kind of self-love and self-compassion and all that stuff. It's really hard. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it or
Sure.
whatnot, but just it's a journey. It's not a linear process, so just kind of focusing on it. I like to take it kind of day by day, but
sure.
But
yeah, for sure. I totally get that. So what was the catalyst for you that it really kind of encouraged you to grow in this area and to make it a priority?
I really wanted to do something centered kind of around Valentine's Day. And, even though I do have a partner, something that is all about love, but not doesn't have to be just a romantic love. It can be
sure.
platonic love, something you gift your girlfriend or something you even gift yourself. So I feel like that is really important, and everybody really needs that right now. This entire pandemic has been a huge trauma for everybody. And everybody's having their own responses to it. So just to be able to kind of take a deep breath and show yourself some love and compassion is really important.
Absolutely. And, what Tyra is talking about, she has this great self-love collection that she just launched for her candles. And I'm going to tell you, spoiler alert, this one's my favorite, the dark chocolate and honeycomb. There are several others, and those are great as well. But this one, it's real good. It's real good. Yeah. And everyone who's coming to my empath workshop next week that bought the self-care kit, guess what? You're getting one of these little wax melt packages here, which I'm so excited to share with you. And your packages smell really good, you guys, with these in it, definitely. But Tyra also has, larger candles too, and several different sizes. And she did some very special ones specifically for this collection that I love that you all are going to be able to check out. So Tyra, how do candles fit into self-love? Talk to me about like what that ritual might even look like for you.
For me, it's either popping some wax melts in the warmer or lighting a candle, kind of, for me anyway, sitting on the couch, curled up. It's the kind of the ambiance of the flame, the way that the like scent kind of like fills up the room. Mm-hmm. It just makes me feel very like warm and cozy and safe. So for me, that's how I like to show
I love that. Yeah, especially their wood wick candles, you guys. So I don't know if you've ever had a wood wick candle before, but they crackle kind of like a fire. And I feel like I can't think of any other type of a wicked candle that I would want in my self-love arsenal than to have that crackle of the wood wick, to be real honest. Love it. It's like they just naturally go hand in hand, you guys. So good. Okay. Well, so my next question I have for you, Tyra, and the thing I hear so much from a lot of my coaching clients is, how do I even make a self-love practice like a priority with everything that we have kind of coming at us all day long? So how do you make that practice a priority, or how would you suggest that other people watching today might make that a priority for themselves?
This is something I'm still working on, but
sure.
My wife, Darlene, she said, in order to really like create a habit, you have to do it every day for 3 weeks. So pick something that you want, something that makes you feel safe and warm and happy and protected, and just do that every day for 3 weeks. And
I love that.
Yeah.
So what are some things that you do besides candles for you with your self-love practice? What are some suggestions that you have besides obviously buying the candles and bringing that into it? What are some other suggestions that you have?
I really like to just take some time out of my day and spend time with any of my 3 animals, whether it's, giving them a belly rub or
seriously, yes.
Seriously, like makes me, it brightens my day. So just making sure I do that, even if it's for 5 minutes every day or yeah.
I love that. I got to tell you guys, that's one of my favorite tips. Definitely snuggling with one of my pups can always make me feel better. Some other tips that might be helpful if any of you are interested in journaling. I know I put up a post on Instagram yesterday that gave some great journaling prompts for helping you kind of even uncover what you might enjoy doing to fill yourself back up with self-love. Positive affirmations are also a great idea to actually speak out loud over yourself, not just in your head, but be a crazy person. It's fine. Say them out loud over yourself. I promise you, it makes a really big difference. But like Tyra said too, literally anything that you can do that just fills you up and helps you feel good is going to be helpful in building this new practice of self-love. Well, I have to tell you all, Tyra is so incredibly generous, and she is giving us all a discount on anything on her website, including this new self love collection that you need to check out. Buy for yourself, buy for all your Galentines, all the things, right? So you want to definitely go to the blog post that's right here on this video link. Check out the blog post. You're going to be able to get the discount code right on there. And friends, we cannot wait to hear from you and what you are going to commit to doing to practice self love today. And like Tyra said, you want to make it a habit. So inking that into your schedule is the best way to start making it just part of your normal routine. So, Tyra, is there anything else that you wanted to add before we sign off today?
Other than thank you for having me on here. This has
Yeah,
been
girl.
so much fun. Nope, that's it.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. Tyra, thank you so much for all of your input and your great smelling candles. And I hope you all have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.